Let me ask you something. What would your life look like if you never needed validation from anyone ever again? Can you even imagine it? No more waiting for someone to tell you you're beautiful, or you're smart, or you're doing a good job. No more feeling anxious if someone doesn't notice your new haircut, your perfectly crafted presentation, or the effort you put into that project. No more shrinking yourself, dimming your light, or adjusting yourself just to be accepted. Because today we're diving deep into self-validation. The art of backing yourself up so fiercely, so confidently, that you never crave outside approval again. If you've ever felt like you need others to tell you that you're enough, this video is going to change everything. Let's get into it. We live in a world that's constantly telling us we're not enough. From the moment we're little girls, we're bombarded with messages about how we should look, act, and behave. We're taught, subtly and not so subtly, that our worth comes from external sources. Good grades, a boyfriend, a prestigious job, a certain number of likes. And so we learn to seek validation from others. We crave those nods of approval, those compliments that make us feel worthy, even if just for a fleeting moment. But here's the thing about searching for validation outside of ourselves. It's a recipe for heartache. Because when our sense of worth is dependent on the opinions of others, we give away our power. We become vulnerable to criticism, rejection, and the ever-changing whims of other people. We start living our lives to please others rather than honoring our own truths. The truth is, the only validation that truly matters is self-validation. It's about recognizing our own worth, regardless of what anyone else thinks. It's about owning our strengths, embracing our imperfections, and standing firm in who we are. Even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it feels terrifying. Because here's the beautiful paradox. When we stop needing validation from others, that's when we become truly magnetic. When we believe in ourselves, when we radiate authenticity and self-love, that's when we attract the right people, opportunities, and experiences into our lives. So how do we break free from this cycle of seeking external validation? How do we step into our power and become the source of our own worth? That's exactly what we're going to explore in the next chapter. Stay with me. Self-validation is an inside-out job. It starts with cultivating a deep and unwavering sense of self-worth, a belief that you are inherently worthy simply because you exist. You don't need to earn it, you don't need to prove it, it's already yours. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate self-validation is to become the source of your own praise. We're so quick to point out our flaws, to focus on what we didn't do well enough. But what if we flipped the script? What if we started acknowledging our strengths, our accomplishments, the small victories we experience every day? Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Did you nail that presentation at work? Did you finally master that yoga pose? Did you simply make it through a tough day with grace and resilience? Acknowledge it, own it, celebrate yourself, and while you're at it, stop seeking permission to exist loudly. The world will try to put you in a box, to dim your light, to make you feel like you need to apologize for taking up space. But you are here to shine, to express yourself fully, to embrace the glorious messiness that is you. Don't be afraid to go after what you want, to speak your truth, to let your authentic self shine through. Your voice, your story, your presence matters. You are worthy of being seen, heard, and celebrated exactly as you are. Chapter 3. The Art of Detachment. Letting go of others' opinions. Here's the thing about opinions. Everyone has them. And just because someone has an opinion about you, about your choices, about your life, doesn't mean you have to internalize it. Detaching from the opinions of others, both the praise and the criticism, is a game changer. It's about recognizing that other people's opinions are often more a reflection of their own beliefs, experiences, and insecurities than a true reflection of you. When someone criticizes you, it's easy to take it personally, to let it chip away at your sense of self-worth. But what if, instead of internalizing that criticism, you met it with curiosity? What if you asked yourself, is there any truth to this feedback? And if so, how can I learn and grow from it? And just as importantly, what if you could let go of the criticism that doesn't resonate with you, that feels untrue or unhelpful? The same goes for praise. While it's wonderful to receive compliments and acknowledgments, it's important not to become overly reliant on external validation. Because when we base our worth on the opinions of others, we give away our power. Instead of chasing trends, following the crowd, or trying to fit in, live in alignment with your values. What matters to you? What do you stand for? What brings you joy, purpose, and fulfillment? Let your values be your compass, guiding you towards a life that feels authentic and meaningful. Chapter 4. Making self-validation a way of life. Daily practices. Self-validation isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's a daily practice of showing up for yourself, of choosing yourself, of honoring your worthiness. And just like any new habit, it takes time, effort, and consistent practice. Start by becoming aware of your inner critic, that voice that whispers doubts, fears, and insecurities. Notice when it's particularly loud, when it's trying to hold you back or keep you small. And then, challenge those negative thoughts. Replace those self-critical thoughts with more empowering beliefs. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," try, "I am worthy. I am capable. I am enough." It may feel strange at first, but the more you practice, the more natural it will become. Another powerful practice is visualization. Close your eyes and imagine the woman you want to be, confident, radiant, and self-assured. What does she think, feel, and believe? How does she move through the world? Now, step into that vision, embody it, own it, and finally remember that self-validation is an act of self-love. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and respect that you would offer to someone you love dearly. Outro. You are enough, owning your worth. Here's the final truth. You were born enough. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You are allowed to take up space, exist boldly, and validate yourself, without waiting for the world's permission. And the moment you start living like that, everything changes. Because a woman who validates herself doesn't just walk into a room, she owns it. She commands attention, not because she's seeking it, but because she radiates an inner confidence and self-assurance that is magnetic. If this message spoke to you, drop a "I am enough" in the comments. And if you're ready to start backing yourself up like never before, hit that subscribe button, because this journey, we're on it together.